Hello everyone, this is an introductory video for the Architectural Assistant Foundation course or Assistant Architect Foundation course. This particular course is designed in such a way that it will be useful for all your architect based examinations across the country in various government agencies. And in this video, I will be taking you through the details of the resources, the content which is included as a part of this Architectural Assistant Foundation course, what are the study sources you are going to get, and how to effectively use this particular course for your preparation of the upcoming architect examinations in various government agencies. So let us look at the complete details by moving further into this introductory video. To first talk about the resources, there are three major resources you will be getting as a part of this particular course. The study resources which are offered to you which include as part of this course include 3 points. Number one, you would be having an access of various video lectures which are designed. So now the content of the video lectures, what are the subjects, will come to those details, but primarily remember that there are three resources you have to use effectively in the course of your preparation using this course. First, it would be the video lectures. Second would be study material. The third, now study material, if you might have opted for the hard copy study material, the books would have been dispatched to you already. Or if you have opted for soft copy study material, it will be included as a part of this course on your mobile app itself. And the third one, you will be having complete access to test series. All these three resources. Now, how to effectively prepare for any competitive examination, not for any one particular type of exam, but any competitive exam in general, be it at a central level like DD or UPSC, or various state level examinations of different states. The level of competitiveness is not something which hugely changes. The number of posts and the number of applicants, it is always competitive at every level. For any competitive exam, the right way to prepare is a three-step approach which we always recommend to you for any competitive exam. First one would be understanding the basics of the subject. Our experienced faculty team will take you through individual subjects by taking the concepts right away from the basics, by letting it's always a concept based approach rather than remembering and by hearting things. So understanding the basic concepts of every subject, that will be done with the video lectures. That's the first step. Any subject you take up, you might already have a bit of knowledge on that subject, but you should always begin firstly with the video lectures. In the video lectures, the faculty might recommend you to go through some additional resources, additional sources, additional documents which will be mentioned to you. Sometimes if there is any mode of a tool which has been used in the course of the lecture, some document, some standard PDF or so, most of the resources whatever additionally are required for your better comprehension of the lecture, those have been already included as a part of the course. You'll find all those documents included already, so you can utilize the lectures as the first step to learn the basic concepts of every subject. Then the second step, that is where your efforts would come into picture, the self study from the study material. Now you need not go through you need not search for books for every subject, because study material includes almost of all the topics which have been taught in the lecture, with some additional areas which you probably need to study for your own as well. So you can use our study material for every subject. Once you're done with the lecture, once you're done with the class, go through the study material of that particular subject, read the content given over there in the books, or read the content given in additional PDF resources which have been given to you as a part of the course. Sometimes, like for instance, for history, the class presentations which have been used, probably those are uploaded on the app. You can make use of these additional resources to cover it under your self study further after the lectures. Then comes the third step. Once you're done with the basics and also your self study of the content from the study material, the third and important, again very equally important step, is practicing. For practicing also, you need not search for any other resource, because a lot of questions are already included for all the subjects as a part of your test series. So it is a comprehensive compilation of all the good quality resources which you require right away from the lectures, study material to test series. You need not search for any other content other than this for your preparation for the upcoming architect examinations. Now, coming to the course content, how did we come up with, or what are the subjects in it? So it's not just a random idea of what all subjects to teach. It is based on a detailed analysis by our subject matter expert team. So our experienced SMEs have gone through various requirement tests, various agencies which have conducted architect based examinations, including DDA and various state public service commissions. So I think you can see Odisha Public Service Commission, Telangana Public Service Commission, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, various state level agencies including CMDA, SIDCO in Maharashtra, ISRO examination, Punjab Public Service Commission. So there are various, so Sikkim Public Service Commission, you can see this is Odisha Public Service Commission, right? So this is Assam Public Service Commission. So various examinations which have been conducted in recent past in architecture and planning. The syllabus and exam pattern has been analyzed by our team. So this is just a small snapshot of how the compilation would have been. So by looking into various recent government requirement examinations, analyzing the syllabus and past question paper, based on that, the course structure for this foundation course of assistant architect has been developed. So it will be helpful for your overall prep. Now it might not cover 100% end to end of all the public service commission examinations, but the course is designed in such a way that it will cover a majority of the topics, majority of the subjects, and also for sure a majority of the expected question paper. Those topics are already included as a part of this course. Minor changes because there's no single standard syllabus for all these examinations. So we have tried to analyze and highlight the important areas, tried to include as many topics as possible. So by this, after going through a thorough analysis of the recent examinations of when I say recent, last couple of years, last 4 years or so, 4 to 5 years of examinations, the question paper syllabus was put to analysis, based on which we've created a comprehensive lecture plan which will cover the entire syllabus of most of the examinations and majority of the syllabus in other exams also. So based on this, you have a total of 24 subjects. Now even in the video lectures, when you go through, I told you about the 3 resources: study material, test series, and other than that, most important is the video lecture series. Now those video lectures are not random with say mixed up content. It is all categorized into folders, one folder for every subject. There are a total of 24 subjects which are included as a part of your architectural assistant foundation course. If I take you through a brief detail, let me very briefly take you through the details. Now based on the analysis of advanced planning based topics like say advanced transportation or advanced planning techniques management with an understanding of GIS and survey based tools, that is not a part of architectural examinations in general. However, let me tell you right away over here, if you are preparing for both architecture and planning examinations, there's a separate foundation course which is a combination of architecture and planning foundation course. You can opt for that, which is a combination of both. As a part of this particular course which we are talking about over here, architectural assistant foundation course, there are 24 subjects which include all the basic topics right away from, so it includes everything of the architecture curriculum right away from 1st to 5th year content. So it includes topics like environmental impact assessment and building rating systems, building materials in construction, environment and ecology, climate responsive design, which by far is one of the important topics, and is a topic which is seen in almost all competitive examinations, including ISRO and UPSC and CPWD exam as well. So water supply, sewage treatment, fire safety, solid waste management. So of these parts, so these are basically the services part. Let me tell you one interesting part about it. Water supply, sewage treatment, these areas particularly, water supply, sewage treatment, solid waste management, project management, these topics are a portion of or are a part of syllabus for almost every exam, be it architecture or planning. Even for planning based examinations, water supply, sewage treatment, solid waste management too for that matter, solid waste management and project management, the services and project management part, it is included in the syllabus for most of the architecture and planning based exams. So that is included in the architectural assistant course. Then you have fire safety as well, electrification, history of architecture, which is an important topic for various state level examinations or various public service commission examinations in architecture. History of architecture is included, complete history of architecture including Western history of architecture, Indian history of architecture, and a study of contemporary styles of modern architecture. All that is included under this subject of history of architecture in detail. And other than that, you have architectural design and graphics. Then you have surveying and leveling, which sometimes is a part of the syllabus for architectural assistant, but in many instances, like for example, in UPSC CPWD examination, it was not a part of the syllabus. But in other exams like DDA, for instance, it is a part of the syllabus. Various public service commission exams, it is a part of the syllabus generally, like Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission, it was a part of the syllabus for it. Surveying and leveling. So the course is designed to be helpful for most of the examinations. However, when you're having an exam specific approach, if you're preparing for one particular examination with the help of this particular course, even then you will have extra content but not less, that is for sure. So you can leave out some topics which you feel are not a part of your syllabus for which you're preparing. Structures: heating, ventilation, air conditioning, estimation, valuation, elevators and escalators for vertical transport, lighting and acoustics, urban planning, urban housing, because the basics of planning and housing are asked in the architecture examinations as well. But these planning topics, we've dealt with them in a way that it is useful only for architectural examinations. We have not gone into the in-depth concepts of urban planning for sure. It is only the basics which are important for architectural assistant exam. So that is covered in this particular course: professional practice, landscape, urban design, transportation basics. All these 24 subjects are included. So you'll find 24 folders with all these 24 subject lectures. Some lengthy subjects, like for instance, history of architecture is a very lengthy topic, so you will have more than 10 lectures in it. Probably 10 to 15 lectures are a part of that history of architecture subject. Some subjects, probably water supply, might not be so lengthy, so you'll have 3 or 4 lectures in it. There can be some lectures which are even more minor, like elevators, escalators, probably only one lecture for it. So based on the topic and the content you need to study from it, accordingly the number of lectures might vary. So it's not a fixed approach that you'll have only 3 lectures every subject. No, based on the subject and its content, the number of lectures in it might vary. All the lectures, like I said, focus on the concept based approach with an understanding of the basics, and all the content standards, whatever you have to remember in every subject, that will be dealt in detail in the lectures. So that's with respect to the course structure. And that's not about it, that's not the end. This is just the architecture and planning content, the technical part. Most of these requirement examinations, majority of the question paper will be from the technical part, but there will be some portion of the question paper. So generally, if it is a 100 marks paper, 80 marks, or say 85, 80 to 85 marks generally dedicated for architecture and planning topics. The remaining 20 to 30% sometimes, 15 to 20% sometimes, that can also be given or dedicated to general aptitude and awareness. In some exams it can have even more higher weightage. So we've also included, as a part of this course, by considering the trend in other competitive exams of Public Service Commission, we've included the general aptitude and awareness part as well. So under general aptitude, you have general quantitative aptitude, which basically focuses on math; the reasoning aptitude, which focuses on say assertion, reasoning, interpretation, understanding sentences. Other than that, you also have reasoning with respect to say image transformation. So all what is important for competitive exams, that also is included. So you have lectures and also tests for quantitative and reasoning part, quantitative aptitude and reasoning, and this is a separate book dedicated for the practice of this portion as well in your study material. Other than that, general studies also, some exams it might not be a part of, like general studies was not a part of the UPSC assistant architect or central architect service examination. It was not a part of it, but it is a part of many other public service commission examinations. So we did include general studies as well. Let me mention over here, the general studies which is included in the course is India specific. It is at the country level. Some states also have state specific general awareness, like for example Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission generally in their examinations also dedicate some questions for Uttar Pradesh specific current affairs, Uttar Pradesh specific geography, polity and history. But those state specific content is not included in the foundation course, because that changes from state to state and exam to exam. That is something which you need to prepare in addition to this course, if it is a part of your examination. Many times it is not a part of the exam, like Odisha Public Service Commission, there's a planning post which was held a couple of years ago and also is expected to be conducted very soon too. In that, there's no general studies part of Odisha specific or general studies. Generally it is not included. So changes from state to state. India specific content is already included in the course. India specific general studies of geography, history, polity, ecology and environment, all that is included into the course. So this is a comprehensive compilation of all the topics which can be part of the upcoming examinations. However, you need to do a comparison and analysis with respect to the exam for which you're preparing with. There can be minor variations based on that. Coming to the study material, you have set of books which cover all the topics, or in fact majority of the topics of whatever exam you're preparing for. There are books ranging from, you have a separate book for building materials, construction and structures. There's a book on urban design and landscape, environmental studies and surveying leveling, quantum reasoning. Like I said, you have a separate book for that. Building services, infrastructure, history of architecture, design and standards, urban housing and planning. So you have a set of books which cover the entire topics whichever we have. So your approach from your end: watch a lecture, read, watch all the lectures of a given subject, read the content from the study material, whichever you have opted for, hard copy or soft copy. And the final step, the test series, wherein you have a huge number of questions which have been compiled by our expert faculty team. By considering the various competitive examinations, you have subject wise test, topic wise test. So after doing a particular subject, studying it from the books, you can practice that, the test of that particular subject right away. So topic wise test for that. Quantum reasoning, like I said, it is an important part in many exams. And one important point you have to note about it is, even though you have lectures and book for it, the most important, particularly for quant, will be test, because ultimately it is practice which will give you confidence in the examination for the quant part. And without proper practice, it is very difficult to do well in the examination for this portion. So not one or two, but multiple number of tests have been included for the quant and reasoning for your self practice as a part of this course. And finally, you have some past papers, including some past gate papers and additional practice papers, which you can attempt as tests. The good thing about test series is, for majority of the test, you will also, once you're done with the test, you can review your test. There's an interface wherein you can review how many correct, how many answers, wherever you're going wrong. So analysis part, the main important focus of test series is not just knowing how much you're scoring and how well you're doing. It is how you're able to analyze your test and understanding your mistakes, because when you understand your mistakes, only then you'll improve your score in the actual examination by not repeating those mistakes. So that's where this test series is going to be helpful for you. So the past papers and additional tests, and not only that, majority of the tests also have detailed explanation. So if you have done something wrong, you can read the explanation to analyze yourself and know about it furthermore. You can also study from the study material if some question doesn't have any explanation for it. You can do your research on it, but analysis is most important, which you can always review once you're done with the test. It's not like once you're done the test, it is just lost. No, the test will be accessible. Once you're done with the test, you can open it again and see what were the errors, what are the mistakes, how much you're scoring. So that analysis part can be done through our app itself. It's a very user-friendly interface which will help you in improving your score ultimately in the examination. So that is an overall introduction. I hope this introductory video gave you an idea as to what is included in the course, and most importantly, how to effectively utilize it for your upcoming examinations. All the best for your upcoming preparation with the help of this foundation course. And other than all this content, we as a faculty team of KP Classes will always be available to you. You can always send your queries and doubts as well in the course of your study. We will always be available. There's a separate dedicated number for the faculty wherein you can post your doubts and the faculty will respond with the answer for your query at the earliest. So you'll always be connected with us as well in the course of this preparation. You'll not be, it's not like you're just preparing for yourselves. We are here to help you through your preparation for the upcoming examination. All the best for your preparation.
KP Classes, dedicated to excellence.